Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secret language of corporate filings. Today we're dissecting an amendment to Global-Smart.Tech Inc's annual report, and let me tell you, it's got a bit of a twist. Global-Smart.Tech Inc. is out with an amended annual report. What does that mean? Well, think of it like this. They filed their main report and then a little while later they realized they needed to fix a small but important detail. This amendment is all about correcting an error in the auditor's report. It doesn't update everything that happened after the original filing, but focuses solely on fixing that specific date error in the auditor's stamp. The company's fiscal year wraps up on May 31st each year. This filing covers the year that ended on May 31, 2025. This is their specific identification number with the SEC, kind of like a social security number for the company's filings. The company itself is Global-Smart.Tech Inc. It's incorporated in Wyoming. Interestingly, their principal executive offices are located in Tivat, Montenegro. This tells us it's an international company with its main operations likely managed from Europe. They are not considered a well-known seasoned issuer, which means they aren't a huge, widely followed company that the SEC has on an expedited track. Good news here, they have been filing all their required reports, so they're following the rules. Global-Smart.Tech Inc. is classified as an emerging growth company and also a smaller reporting company. This means they are relatively new and smaller and thus have some leniency in the reporting requirements they must follow. This is a pretty big red flag. As of May 31, 2025, there was no public trading market for their common stock. This essentially means their stock isn't bought and sold on a major exchange like the NYSE or NASDAQ. They have about 6.1 million shares of common stock outstanding. The stated par value is a tiny 1,000th of a cent per share, which is standard for many companies to reduce administrative costs. Okay, here's the core of the amendment. They filed their main annual report on August 29, 2025, covering the year up to May 31st. However, the report from their auditors, Mac Accounting Group, had a mistake in the dates they audited. This filing is just to put in the corrected auditor's opinion. It's important to note that this amendment isn't a full update of everything that's happened since the original filing. It's a very specific fix. This section is the auditor's official statement. The auditors, Mac Accounting Group and CPAs, LLT, state that the financial statements for the years ending May 31, 2025 and May 31, 2024 are presented fairly. This is the standard clean opinion every company wants. They confirm the company's financial position and cash flow are shown accurately according to generally accepted accounting principles in the USA. Now, this is a really important part of the auditor's report. They are flagging a going concern issue. This means that based on their findings, there's significant doubt about whether the company can continue to operate in the future. They mention an accumulated deficit, meaning they've lost more money than they've made over time. They also state the company uses cash in operations and has recurring losses. These are all serious signs that the company might not be able to stay in business. The financial statements are prepared with the assumption that they will continue, but the auditors are making sure investors know about this big uncertainty. The auditors explain that the company's management is responsible for the financial statements, and their job is to give an opinion on them. They confirm they are a registered public accounting firm and followed all the required standards, including independence rules. This is interesting. Critical audit matters are significant issues that auditors found challenging or complex during their audit. For Global-Smart.Tech Inc., the auditors state there were no critical audit matters. While this sounds good, it's also a bit unusual for a company with going concern issues, suggesting maybe their operations, while problematic, weren't overly complex from an auditing standpoint. Mac Accounting Group and CPAs, LLP, has been the company's auditor since 2024. This is the location and the date of the auditor's report, August 29, 2025. Here we see a list of exhibits. Notably, there's a certification from the CEO required by the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, ensuring the accuracy of the financial reporting. There's also one for the CFO. Finally, the report is signed by Yehor Rodin, who holds multiple key roles: President, Secretary, Treasurer, and Director. He's essentially the top executive responsible for the company's financial reporting. The date of the signature is September 3, 2025. Now, looking at the whole picture for Global-Smart.Tech Inc., we have a company that is operating somewhat under the radar with no public trading market for its stock as of May 2025. The auditors have issued a clean opinion on their financial statements, which is good, but they've also raised a major red flag about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. This means there are real doubts about the company's ability to continue as a going concern. This means there are real doubts about their survival because of accumulated losses and consistent cash burn. Despite these very serious concerns that point to a potentially shaky financial future, the auditors found no critical audit matters. This could indicate that the company's financial reporting, while showing these underlying problems, wasn't overly complex to audit, or perhaps the issues found were more fundamental operational and financial ones than complex accounting judgments. The company is essentially in a startup or early stage phase given its emerging growth and smaller reporting company status and the lack of a public trading market. The critical takeaway here is the going concern warning. Investors, if there even were any publicly trading shares, would be looking very closely at management's plans to turn things around, which are mentioned as being detailed in Note 2 of the financial statements, though that specific note isn't provided in this excerpt. It's a situation that screams high risk. What's my take? Global-Smart.Tech Inc. appears to be a company in a very precarious position. The lack of a public market and the serious going concern issues suggest significant challenges ahead. While the auditor's report is technically clean on the presentation of financials, the warning about their ability to continue operating is a giant flashing red light. This is not a company for the faint of heart, and any investment would be highly speculative. The key opportunity or risk here is whether management can execute a turnaround or secure significant funding to overcome their financial hurdles. Without that, their future is very uncertain. Alright, that's our breakdown of Global-Smart.Tech Inc.'s amended filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more exclusive content and discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.